had to get out for a little bit more riding because who knows what the forecast is going to be like. And also, I need practice on this thing. The weather is good. I just need a lot more practice. Okay. Here we go. On the left, you got a graveyard. On the right, hello. There's a view. There is a view. Thinking about this electric unicycle journey, how so many people are on their own unique paths. Some people might think, oh wow, you're riding with cars, I can never do that, but you'd be surprised what you're capable of. Also, I get into the trap of also comparing myself and thinking, well, I'm not as good as the top riders, I can barely handle this on the turns. So I would love to be myself a top rider. Perhaps that'll be a goal one day. I feel like there's a possibility. There's a possibility there. But certainly it doesn't come easy. You gotta put in the time, you gotta put in the hours. And there's a certain amount of risk involved. Ooh. I definitely think that people should drive with their lights on. I have many lights. It doesn't even matter if it's super sunny or super dark. As long as there is a battery, I will have my lights on. As long as we're charged, there will be lights. Okay. I feel like I have this tendency to put my left hand kind of like in the middle, but it doesn't necessarily need to be there. So that's another thing I noticed is that a lot of riders get into certain habits that work for them in many ways, but I feel like if they're not trying other styles or other people's styles, then they're leaving a lot on the table. So I am very open to your feedback and your suggestions. I mean, a lot of people are giving me suggestions. One of you, or multiple, have said that perhaps I should get on soft mode, and that was probably one of the best things that I've done so far. Because honestly, I was having such a hard time accelerating that it was kind of hurting the fun level a little bit. Because when you can accelerate fast on a 65-pound Bugatti Nicola Plus, and then now you're on this potentially 50, 53, 55 mile per hour, and you can barely accelerate without wobbles, but then you start figuring things out. You try this, you try that position, try one more thing. And you get some good rest, you come back and do it again. That's how you gain the skills. And some people say that electric unicycle is ultra niche, and that, oh, you're gonna have a hard time building an audience, you're gonna have a hard time getting more popular. But I really feel that, yes, this is an electric unicycle channel. However, I feel like there's so much more potential to this. We're traveling around town. We could also give amazing tours. We could be places quickly. Whoa. Okay. Anyhow, like I said, I just feel like there's lots of potential here. Oh man, this is fun. This is fun. This is a fun thing to do. Wear gear to mitigate potential dangers and risks that are out of your control, or maybe you just make a decision, because I've definitely made some decisions that, thank goodness noticed I was wearing gear. I'll tell you that much. Also, I think that maybe doing a little more carving helps with the wobbles, downhill carving. Okay, here we go. Let's check this out. Seattle freaking Washington. Seattle freaking Washington. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Should I get my knee out more? Should I get lower? Okay. We're unlocking some things. I feel like we're unlocking some skills here. Okay. Oh, what do we have? Honestly, dudes, I'm just gonna turn the frick around because there's something happening there. I don't even know. And honestly, I didn't want to go that way, so let's just head right back up. Woo! Cooking a little bit here. It's have to be very safe because there's cars around and sometimes there's not too much room for error. Okay, going back up the hill. I can tell you we had plenty of torque to achieve such a thing. Absolutely no worries about cutting out, I can tell you. At least, woo. That was a dangerous situation for me because I did not see the Jeep that was trying to take the turn. But it's a good thing that the driver saw me, so that was a little dangerous. It's okay. It's funny, this person, as I passed, they just said, they made an audible woo. Like woo, like wow, woo. Okay. Get in there, foot. Alright. Going back this way. I actually did want to check out the park a little bit more, but I wasn't quite ready for the chill portion of the ride. So we're gonna go back to Volunteer Park. Kind of Millionaires Row. This sort of area that we're getting close to was basically one of the areas where the early successful people in Seattle started making their houses. So the people who were the owners of the logging companies and people who were owners of industry, as there was a significant amount of industry activity happening in Seattle, that's for sure. They built their houses kind of Millionaire Row. And then continuing on that theme, many other wealthy peoples like to live in those mansions, cool houses. Woo! Stay on your line, please. Couple aggressive drivers today. And I've been practicing the seated riding, but it's a little bumpy and I cannot get my butt forward off of the, what is it? The light. There's a light behind me. Oh, actually, we were gonna check this park out. Volunteer Park. Here we are. Now we can just chill because nobody wants super fast electric unicycle riders ruining their pleasant park experience. Yeah, I just feel like I have to shift my weight really far forward in order to get to that seated position. And then it's like my butt's there. Beautiful Seattle view right here. Volunteer Park. lot of people out, just having a good time, relaxing on Saturday. I remember when I first started riding electric unicycles that the mounting part was one of my least favorite parts. So anytime I mounted, whatever my foot position landed on, I just stayed with that. And then I ended up learning all these different foot positions that I could have. I feel like it helped to gain some sort of versatility or skills with that. So I feel kind of similar how the foot position, there's definitely maybe an optimal foot position for an optimal movement. It doesn't mean that you need the same foot position at every moment in time. Whether the foot is more forward or the foot is further back, pointed out, pointed in. I just feel like there's a lot of different ways to go about it. Also, whether your knees are in contact with the wheel. All right, good. I like accelerating fast. I mean, I really feel like we have a good amount of torque here. And so I find myself not being afraid to accelerate very quickly. A driver who could, okay, never mind. There we go. Gosh, it feels good to accelerate, I'm telling you. Yes, it just feels so good. And sometimes when you find that perfect position, you just feel like you're flying. It's almost effortless. You're not even having to use hands. Come on. That's why I think there's so much growth opportunity for something like this. Okay. Nope. But yeah, there's a fair amount of traffic out, so don't want to joyride too much here. Gosh, turns are starting to feel better, starting to feel smoother. We got a fair amount of people around. Okay, so we're about to end this video. I just want to make a final point, is that sometimes facing your fears is one of the best things you can possibly do. Now, I'm not saying be irrational or necessarily seek the adrenaline all the time. I'm just saying that for you to be the best you, it helps to overcome some amount of adversity, something requiring a bit of skill and effort, something where you don't give up on. That's what I'm talking about. So there you go. There's your lesson. Don't give up. It's really more about the journey, otherwise I wouldn't be motivated. After all, it is a personal blog. A little tense over there. All right, so thanks for watching.